story of Andrew is an inspiring story for us. It's a story where we have really contributed in changing someone's life. Andrew has been in the business for over 34 years. He started as a service champion, grew through the ranks, and throughout this, he's been someone that's really been inspiring and wanting to win all the time. Today, he runs his own service station.
1995, I got a job as a petrol attendant. I worked for Mr. Nicholson till 2011, where he sold the business to Mr. Kasim Saluji.
We met Andrew in November 2011 when we took over the site. We then took him into the office and started training him to become the manager on site as well. Shell was going on a transformation system, and whereby they wanted to appoint previously disadvantaged people into the business. I then told the district manager at that time, why doesn't he consider the frontline staff of Shell, because they have the knowledge and background as to how to operate a service station. He then considered him and took him into the whole program, and it lasted until 2016, whereby he was then awarded the site, which we are very proud of.
I was introduced to Andrew in February 2017 when he just got appointed as a retailer at Shell. Andrew was a go-getter from the beginning. He knew what he wanted. He came with a lot of experience. I helped him in terms of having an activation at the site, making sure that we have the community know about what Andrew's place is all about.
Andrew is a local in Kagiso. I think all his employees are from Kagiso, so a lot of his staff draw from what he knows. They trust him a lot, so do I. So he created a relaxed environment for everybody.
Andrew and I met in 1993. I was 18. We met in Rantendal when he worked as a petrol attendant, and I worked as a domestic worker. I'm not educated, so I thought to myself, I was gonna be a domestic worker forever. Before Andrew was out at the site, our life was very difficult. He used to be a different person than what he is now. Andrew actually changed when we got involved to the church with our spiritual mother, Mrs. Sibisi.
Andrew's mom brought Andrew here because my son got so many problems at work and his life, and his house got no peace. She brought him in, and Andrew started to join the church. And then the wife followed, and the son followed. The daughter, Angie, also followed. I'm very, very happy because his life has changed a lot. The biggest change I saw in him is how he loved his wife.
Amen.
At home as well, it's just generally a more calm environment. Like the stress has gone down immensely, and my parents, the site has really helped. It's not just financially, but also just our general family atmosphere has just shifted completely. We're able to afford things that we never used to. So like my baby brother, his life is a dream. Things are much easier.
Sir, it's time now. Come. Wakey, wakey. Get me glasses, please. I can't see what I'm mixing here. Maybe I've put salt instead of sugar here. Thank you. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's better now. What's up? What's up? Okay. What's up? Oh, you're gonna get the merits.
He has changed a lot. He has changed a lot for the better. Now he's a father, now he's a husband, whereby he used to be just a man.
Fix it. What do you want to be?
A shell worker.
A shell worker? Or you want to take over from me? Huh? When I retire, you're taking over? Oh, okay. The total staff members I've got on site, they are 30. I feel responsible now. They are my kids. You have to take responsibility as well.
The workers, they feel like family to us, and they will take nice, good care of that place.
Kagiso service station is feel like a home now. It's feel like this is where I belong. I am part of the business that achieve lots.
They are even partners in this business. I treated them well, they treated me well.
Business and government has to work together to change the trajectory of the economy of this country. Government has to play a big role there to create enabling environment, but also business has to look at itself in the mirror and says, are we in this just for profits? So there has to be collaboration, and we have to sing from the same hymn sheet in understanding that this nation needs to move to a better place.
Andrew and I from humble background, and when he told me that, hey, things are happening, I have now been awarded the site in Kagiso, and I'm going to start running my garage. And I said, don't forget the eggs. And he said, okay, I'll give you a shelf. The poultry farming, it's a very challenging business. As a small farmer, one would not make it without the help of people like Andrew, Kasim, the Shell. If we would just be helping each other around the community and the farmers around here, our lives would improve. I'm grateful that Andrew has made it possible for Shell to see the value in supplying local farmers.
Andrew is a good inspiration and a good mentor, because if he can do it, I can do it. If he began this way, why not me?
Mr. Mulife has been a mentor to me. I told him already that one of the days we had a child, not only a boss to me, he's like a father and mentor to me. It's kind of like the very same way I started. When I started working at the garage, I was a petrol attendant, became a cashier and a manager.
In the South African context, business can't look at itself just to be in it for profits only. Business has to be playing a role where you create jobs, contribute to the economy, but at the same time, how do you partner with society? Station to Nation for us is our interpretation of transformation.
We went to this business plan for Shell at Sun City. There is an award for all the sites in South Africa.
The Shell Awards, it was an amazing feeling. Andrew started, I think it was March, April in 2017, and I started in January 2017 as a territory manager. So it was a first for the both of us. I was sitting around, but eye level that I could see him.
It was a holiday with my wife as well, because we never had that before.
You know, we were sitting there. At first, I didn't understand what was happening there.
Now they were calling names, you know, the best site, gold site of the year, top 10 and all that, you know. I was just sitting there with my wife.
Okay, when they called us, he looked at me, I looked at him. He said, what did they say?
I was just looking for the owner. From there, it clicked on my mind, Kagiso, it's me. Yeah, that's where I was so happy. It was amazing. It was an experience I'll never forget. And you don't show that picture.
This is where you started. You even have the cap on.
This is not a museum. Yeah, but it's me.
You look weird.
Yeah, it's
My favorite one. I never even dreamed of going to Dubai.
Look at you, like.
Oh, your mom.
Mom, you're like.
I don't know, but I feel that the hotel I stayed in, it was one of the best. I just felt like a queen. Yeah, we worked very hard. So, yes, we were a bit surprised when we won that award, but at the end of the day, we sat down and realized that, yes, it was through our hard working to change that place in a year, because it was only in a year's time. If we can have more sites, if we can be able to create jobs for our community, to make life better for the people in our community. For what it has done to us, I can imagine that what it can do to the others as well.
We have 600 service stations that we operate. So we are a very big employer of people, creator of jobs, and we run a business that really is important to keep the economy functioning.
With a lot of advice from Andrew himself, we've been able to track a plan year on year for himself.
I wish all the best for him and his family.
I hope that he gets to have another site or a couple of sites, because, his commitment and dedication and his people skills really is something to be commended about. He's really good in the way he communicates with people. He's an effective leader.
If there's anyone who deserves this, it's them, honestly, because they're very selfless. They're those people that they'll give up their last just to help someone else. So it's nice to see something happening, something good happening to them for a change.